A man walks into a bar and orders a drink. The bartender gives the man his drink, and the man asks, "If I show you something crazy, would you let me have free drinks for the rest of the night?" The bartender thinks for a minute and then says, "It would be something spectacular to take that offer." The man leans down, picks up a box, and sets it on the bar. He opens the box, and inside is a small piano man, who is only 1 foot tall, and beside him a little piano. The piano man starts playing classical music like Beethoven and Chopin. Once he finishes, the bartender is in utter disbelief. He tells the man, "You can have free drinks for the rest of the night, but only if you tell where you got this." The man says, "In the alleyway behind your bar, there is a genie who is granting free wishes to everyone who wants them." Elated, the bartender heads behind his bar to see if it is true. A few minutes passed and out of the alleyway erupted a cacophony of quacking. The bartender rushes back into the bar and shuts his door against a wave of thousands of ducks. He manages to secure the door and says to the man, "I think that the genie is hard of hearing because after I asked for $1,000,000, these ducks appeared by the thousands." The man chuckles and says,
"If you haven't subscribed yet to my YouTube channel, come on. Subscribe now, don't miss our latest video uploads."
"Did you really think I wished for a 12-inch pianist?" A blind pilot walks into a plane. Waving his walking stick, the passengers all look at each other in disbelief. The flight attendant gets on the PA and says, "Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, the captain is legally blind, but rest assured, he is one of the best pilots in the world with over 6,000 successful flights." Next, the co-pilot makes his way to the plane. He is also blind and uses his walking stick to make it to the cabin. The flight attendant gets on the PA and says, "Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, the co-pilot is also blind, but rest assured, he is the second best pilot in the world with over 5,000 successful flights." At this point, the plane begins to take off from the runway. As it gains speed, the passengers grow tenser. The plane keeps accelerating more and more, and as it approaches the end of the runway, it still hasn't left the ground. The plane is approaching the end of the runway at high speed, and the passengers scream, "Oh my God, we're all going to die!" Suddenly, the plane takes off and begins its ascent. The pilot turns to the co-pilot and says, "The day they stop screaming, we're screwed." A blonde walks into the police department looking for a job. The officer wants to ask her a few questions. "Officer, what's 2 plus 2? Blonde, 4. "Officer, what's the square root of 100? Blonde, 10. "Officer, good. Now, who killed Abraham Lincoln? Blonde, "I dunno." "Officer, well, you can go home and think about it. Come back tomorrow." The blonde goes home and calls up one of her friends, who asks her if she got the job. The blonde says, excitedly,
"If you haven't subscribed yet to my YouTube channel, come on. Subscribe now, don't miss our latest video uploads."
"Not only did I get the job, I'm already working on a murder case."